Disclaimer, Beatmaker Secrets does not exist because I am an expert. I will be wrong sometimes. You will know better ways. Please catch me up in the comments. This is how we learn. Don't be an a-hole. The Beatmaker 3 manual is lacking. Hope you find this useful. Okay, the problem today is how do I move Midi data from one pad to another pattern in the same bank? Okay, so in this song we have two patterns. We have pattern A and we have pattern B. Now pattern A has a kick, a snare, hi-hat, and has this piano instrument. Pattern B has same things, of course, because they're part of the same bank, kick, snare, trap, but it doesn't have any piano notes. Now say I wanted to take the notes, the piano notes I played on pattern A to B. There's no simple way to just copy those notes and move them to the other pattern, which I hate. But there's a way I've found around this. It's a little convoluted, but this is what it is. You want to take pattern A. Let me play you the piano. Let me unmute this pad so you can hear what these sound like. Unmute this. Now, pattern A sounds like this. Now, pattern B is not identical. It doesn't have the piano yet, but this is what pattern B sounds like. It has different patterns for the snare, the kick, and the hi-hat. So you can't just duplicate pattern A with the piano because you want the information from pattern B, but you want the piano from pattern A. So this is the roundabout way to do it. We'll go to pattern A. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to duplicate it. And just so we can see what's going on, I'm going to rename it A keyboard. And then I'm going to go inside pattern A. Pattern A, and I'm going to, we want pattern A keyboard. Yeah. And then what I'm going to do is hit the select icon and take this and delete all of the things I don't want to send. Whoops. No. And I'm going to delete all these. So now I just have the track with the keyboard. Now I'm going to go to song mode. Then I'm going to open up my patterns again. I'm going to take pattern B, drop it here. Now, this is something that's not in the documentation. I just kind of figured this out accidentally. But you can take the layer patterns in the song mode. So I'm going to take just the keyboard pattern and lay it. Before I do that, let's just play the song. Play the song. So here we have pattern B, just the drum stuff. Now I want to take pattern A keyboard, drop it on top, and you'll notice that now it just shows the keyboard pattern, but underneath there you can still see the MIDI data for pattern B. And if I go back and play it, you hear them play together. Thing is, you can't just open this up and edit the separate patterns, and this may be as far as you want to go, because you can still select these two together. You can still select these two together like this, and then move them as a unit. So it's kind of like having another pattern, but if you want to put them together into a new pattern, what you would do is you would select them, and you select them just by dragging on top of them. If you had patterns next to it, it would be hard, and patterns under it would be hard to start somewhere else and do this. But I noticed you can just drag inside with the selection tool and it'll select both of them. And then you get this merge option at the bottom that only appears when you have two patterns selected. So then you hit merge And if you look over at your sequence list here, pattern list, you'll see pattern 4. Now pattern 4 is already here, but it's one pattern. Whoops. Come on, select you. You can actually, it's one whole complete pattern. If I go into pattern edit for pattern 4, let me stop that track. And if you look at pattern 4 now has your pattern B drum stuff and that keyboard you wanted. So at this point you could either, maybe you want to get rid of pattern B and then take your pattern 4 and make that your new pattern B. I mean, whatever you want to do at this point, you can make that B. So now I have A and B. Maybe I'm done with this and I want to get rid of this now. So now you have pattern A. Let me go to my song and delete some of this. This will, okay, we'll just get rid of that. So if I go back to my patterns, pattern A sounds like this. You know, I've got the different drums. And then pattern B, come on, where are you going? Select you. Pattern B now has the same piano, but different drums. That's a long process, but it's the best thing I could figure out. Hopefully there'll be an easier way to do this, like in Beatmaker 2, where you just kind of grab the MIDI notes, pop them into another place. But the problem here is we have these separate patterns, and they're like little isolated worlds, and you can't drag MIDI between the separate patterns, even within a bank. Hopefully this won't be the case forever.